Have you ever thought about your credit rights? Welcome to Your Clear Thinking. I'm Roderick Mitchell, author of Credit Straight Talk, Clarity on the Conspiracy. This video is part of a series of videos designed to help you build a solid credit foundation. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the Fair Credit Reporting Act. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is part of the CCPA. This act promotes accuracy, fairness, and privacy of all information in the files of consumer reporting agencies. This is the act that allows you to dispute your credit report information. If you did not watch the video on the credit laws, give it a look to see the laws that make up the CCPA. To understand the credit laws that protect you, I have included a link to it in this video. There are many types of consumer reporting agencies, including credit bureaus, specialty agencies that sell information about check writing histories, medical records, and rental histories, just to name a few. I'm going to cover a summary of your major rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. For more information, including information about additional rights, go to consumerfinance.gov/learn more. You must be told if information in your file has been used against you. Anyone who uses a credit report or any other type of consumer report to deny your application of credit, insurance, employment, or take any other kind of adverse action to you must let you know and give you the name, address, telephone number, and the agency that provided the information. You have the right to know what is in your file. You may request and obtain all the information about you in the files of a consumer reporting agency. It's called your file disclosure. You will be required to provide proper identification, which may include your Social Security number. In many cases, the disclosure will be free. You are entitled to a free file disclosure if a person has taken adverse action against you and used information in your credit report. If you are a victim of identity theft and place a fraud alert on your file, or your file contains inaccurate information as a result of fraud, or you're on public assistance and you are unemployed, but you expect to apply for employment within the next 60 days. In addition, you are entitled to one free disclosure every 12 months upon request from each nationwide credit agency and from nationwide specialty consumer reporting agencies. You have the right to ask for your credit score. And credit scores we are familiar with, but they are numerical summaries of your credit worthiness based on information from credit reporting agencies. You may request a credit score from consumer reporting agencies that create scores or distribute scores used in residential real property loans. But you may have to pay, depends on how many you've had in a 12-month period. In certain mortgage transactions, you will automatically receive that score free of charge from the mortgage lender. You have the right to dispute incomplete or inaccurate information. If you identify information in your file that is incomplete, inaccurate, you can report it to the Consumer Reporting Agency, and the agency must investigate unless they class your dispute as frivolous. Consumer reporting agencies must correct or delete inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable information. and this inaccurate, incomplete, and unverifiable information must be removed or corrected within 30 days. But a consumer reporting agency may continue to report information if it has been verified as accurate. Consumer reporting agencies may not report outdated negative information. In most cases, a consumer reporting agency may not report negative information that is more than 7 years old or bankruptcies that are more than 10 years old. Access to your credit file is limited. A consumer reporting agency may provide information about you only to people with a valid need, usually to consider an application with a creditor, insurer, employer, landlord, or other business that has the need. The Fair Credit Reporting Act specifies those who have a valid need for access to your credit information. You must give your consent for reports to be provided to employers. A consumer reporting agency may not give out information about you to your employer or potential employer without your written consent given to that particular employer or potential employer. Written consent is generally not required in the trucking industry. You may limit pre-screened offers of credit and insurance you get based on information in your credit file. Consumers have the right to obtain a security freeze. You have a right to place a security freeze on your credit report, which will prohibit a consumer reporting agency from releasing information in your credit file without your express authorization. The security freeze is designed to prevent credit, loans, and services from being approved in your name without your consent. However, you should be aware that using a security freeze to take control over who gets access to your personal and financial information in your credit report may slow down, delay, or even interfere with the timely approval of any kind of credit applications. As an alternative to a security alert, you have the right to place an initial or extended fraud alert on your credit file at no cost. An initial fraud alert is a 1-year alert that is placed on your credit file. Upon seeing a fraud alert display, a business is required to take steps to verify your identity before extending new credit or a loan to you. If you are a victim of identity theft, you are entitled to an extended fraud alert, which is a fraud alert lasting 7 years. A security fraud alert does not apply to a person or entity or its affiliate or collection agencies acting on behalf of someone that already has an existing account with your information, if they're using it for purposes of reviewing or collecting on that account. And by reviewing that account, that includes activities of account maintenance, monitoring, and credit line increases, account upgrades, and enhancements. You may seek damages from violators of your rights. If a consumer reporting agency, or in some cases, a user of consumer reports or a furnisher of the information, violates any of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you may be able to sue in state and/or federal court. Identity theft victims and active duty personnel have additional rights. States may enforce the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and many states have their own consumer protection laws. In some cases, you have more rights under your state's consumer protection laws. For more information, contact your state or local consumer protection agency or your state attorney general office. In this video, I talked to you about your credit rights given by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is a part of the CCPA. For more information, go to the consumerfinance.gov/learn more. And remember to subscribe below and select the playlist to see all the videos in this series. I'm Roderick Mitchell, author of Credit Straight Talk, Clarity on the Conspiracy. You can visit my blog, yourclearthinking.com. And remember, together we rise.